Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Quivz here. Quivz does stuff. Once again, it's been a little while since we've been in Astroneer. I have started a new job, and as a result, my schedule has changed considerably and had initially become somewhat random, but I'm actually moving into a new phase of this new job where my schedule will actually be a bit more predictable. It will, however, hamper my hours, giving me basically just a couple of days a week free. Pretty much like everyone else, but with 12-hour days and then just a couple of days free. It's going to be kind of harsh. We'll see if I can do it without losing my banana. Yeah, so there's been an update to Astroneer, actually, a jet-powered update. I haven't really looked into it yet, but supposedly there's a new tractor-ish kind of vehicle that lets you fly around. The VTOL is a versatile flying vehicle capable of hovering in place or streaking through the sky. Use it to survey for resource deposits from above, skip over treacherous terrain, or navigate the vertical depths of planetary cave systems. And then the hoverboard lets you glide over terrain with ease, both downhill and up, without a pesky reliance on gravity to keep you moving. Speed up travel along your existing tether lines or bring some power and oxygen along for journeys into the unknown. Just make sure to stick those landings if you want to avoid painful interruptions. So I haven't looked at them yet. But there's a new block as well. Exochips, that's it. So a lot of the recipes for certain things that you would build have been changed to use this exochip, which is kind of okay because actually everything except the auto extractor. So the auto extractor requires an exochip now. However, I think we pretty much are on top of all the resources. I don't think there's any resource we don't have, and even if there is, I can probably get it via the trade platform. I think the only other resource that's sort of left that we don't have a good supply of or an auto extractor pulling out are gaseous ones anyway. So yeah, I'm not too fussed about that at the moment, but we'll see. Some of this stuff might change. There's other stuff. There's more exodynamics research. I don't know. We'll have to see. There's more stuff. There's new stuff and more stuff. Again, you know me and vehicles. I don't really use them. I don't know about the hoverboard. It's okay, it is cheap and it's just printed from the backpack. So we'll see. If I come across an exochip, we'll do it. If I don't come across an exochip, well then too bad. I don't know how to get exochips. How do you get exochips? Contained in secure exo caches with dynamite. So that gives you a reason to build dynamite. Like I've said before, I've never actually had a reason to use dynamite before. All right. That being said, at our last adventure, I believe we just finished Novus, Visania, Novus, which just leaves us Glacio and Atrox to go, which is quite amazing because I'm amazed we got this far. So let's see, Titanite and Hematite. Do I have a lot of Titanite? I don't think I've got a lot of Titanite. Do I have a lot of Titanite around here? Yeah, that's Titanite. I do have a lot of Titanite. Okay, so I don't really need a lot of Titanite. I am a bit short on iron. But there are other planets that I can go to for hematite as well, so I don't know whether it's worth trying to build an auto extractor now that the damn thing's changed to an exochip, and I've no idea where or how to find exochips. I mean, are they just randomly scattered around? Will they even spawn in this old world? I might look that up, actually, because that's an interesting thing. And is quite important. Like if exochips aren't even going to spawn, what's the point? So Google is your friend. I shouldn't really be plugging Google too much. I mean, okay, yes, I'm on YouTube. That's a Google thing as well. But, you know, it's not like they're not paying me or anything. Okay, look, I will plug Google because, hey, that's what I use. I use Google. I used to use Alta Vista before Google came along, and I believe Google bought Alta Vista. Alta Vista used to be the best search engine, in my opinion. But, you know, everybody had their preference. Some people used Yahoo. I used to use GeoCities as a hosting, but that was about it. Old Save, I think, would be the correct. We shall see. Nobody seems to have anything about whether an old save doop doobity boo. Doop 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 doo. I do not really see anything, so I don't know. Special instructions from EXO. Yeah, no idea. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know how this works. There seems to be something about possibly needing to do missions. So let's have a look at our mission log. How that's changed. Retooling. No, we were doing that before. Moving and hauling. No. Print an auto arm. Oh yeah. No, we're not doing that. Find and explode an exocache. Use your compass to locate an exocache and destroy it with dynamite. Okay. So they just turn up on the compass? Right. Activate the cores of every planet. Activate the unidentified satellite. Find the remaining vintage probes. Yeah, that's normal. Find vehicle data recorder on DeSolo. Blow up data recorder. Retrieve an exochip. Ah. On Visanya. Okay. Well, maybe I'll just change the comments, not comments, the description of this stream post, and maybe we'll do these. So we'll go to DeSolo, try and find a vehicle data recorder, and blow up the vehicle data recorder. Let's see what happens. Didn't make that a tracked mission. Open up my compass. Is there anything on my compass? What is that green thing? Is that it? How do I make dynamite? I don't know how to make dynamite. I've always avoided making dynamite because it doesn't really... Oh, I already know. Explosive powder 1. Well, that would be something that I make on here then. Aluminium alloy, blah, blah, blah. Explosive powder. Carbon, carbon, and sulfur. Ooh, do I have sulfur gas? What's this? Dispensing methane. Dispensing sulfur. Well. That's it there. No, that's hydrogen. Where is it? Is it not dispensing? Oh, enable output. There we go. Let's put one there. Excellent. Carbon, carbon. Well, that's not too hard to do. That's just burn 2 of these. We'll take 1 dynamite with us. Assume I printed on here. Some tank, portable, power cells, small solar, small, blah, 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 wide mod, drill mod, dynamite. Dynamite! And then I should have a tractor here somewhere, shouldn't I? Not a tractor, a buggy. Don't I have a buggy? I thought there was a buggy on this planet. I've got a buggy on most planets. Isn't there one here? There it is. Cool. I don't know whether I brought the QT-RTGs back. I did. Alright, so we'll take the 2 QT-RTGs. We'll take the buggy. We'll go and see if that green thing is an exo research... is a thing, whatever it's called. Words are hard. Explosive powder. Dynamite. Put the QT-RTGs on that. I've got the dynamite there. How do you use it? Like that. Cool. That'll work. In here, bring up the compass. Let's head to that green thing and see what that is. It's not even far away. Oh. Is it underground? Right. I don't know if that's what that even means. I don't know. I'm just guessing here. I mean, it looks like it's here. Is it underground? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'm just guessing. Is that a... Looks more like it's up than down. Oh no, looks more like it's down than up. But that being said, how far down? How am I going to get down there? I'm going to need a way to get back up again as well, so let's try and make a descending spiral, perhaps. It's like too steep. I mean, that's pretty steep. Yeah, no power, whatever. Let's just keep going down for the moment. Yeah, I don't... Oh yeah, I think that is how that works. Alright. Let's get a full charge again. You know what? Let's get one of these and just keep it with me. Can always come back for oxygen, but running out of power is annoying. So let's see, are we below it now? Are we on its level? We're on its level and it's behind us. So let's go this way and look around. There it is. Right. So that is an exocache. So, interesting new addition to the game. That is an exocache. That is how one locates an exocache. Supposedly, this is how one gets inside one. Oh. Well, isn't that what I just did? Maybe that's not what they meant. Is there a mounting point? Was I supposed to mount it on it? Maybe I was supposed to mount it on it as opposed to next to it. Alright. That's really close to home, so we won't worry too much about that. We'll try and make another explosive powder and try that again. Doob dooby doo. So yeah, like I've pointed out before, this is a really good game that the developers are really spending a lot of time on. Like they have not stopped developing the game. It spent a long time in early access, and it was not very buggy in early access, so even then they were doing a really good job. And then when it came out of early access, well, it was almost bugless, not entirely. But there is a principle in software engineering that an absence of evidence of bugs is not proof that there are no bugs. I might be saying that incorrectly, but basically the idea is just because you can't find a bug doesn't mean there aren't any bugs. But yeah, so the developers do a great job, and they keep bringing new material and new stuff for people to do and play with. Admittedly, a lot of people aren't that interested in this update. There's been some negativity for this update, I will admit, because there used to be weather patterns in the game. Like every planet had cool weather patterns, and there'd be like storms and stuff. And people would rather have had that back than have the addition of this VTOL aircraft and hoverboard. But, you know, each to their own. I don't mind. I'm not that fussed. I am waiting to see them do something with the geysers you get on some planets as well. That'd be interesting to see. I don't know when they're going to do something with geysers. So what do? Put it maybe on it? There's no, like, socket or anything. Don't want to accidentally blow the rover up, just in case. Ah. So that's how that's done. Exochip. Debris, 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 debris. So you just get one exochip and some debris. Okay. That's cool. It's something. Alright, let's drop the debris off at my shredder, because what else am I going to do with debris except shred it? And an exochip is a rare resource that allows me to build stuff. So supposedly I can build this hoverboard thing out of this. Do I have to learn it? I probably have to learn it. Doop-de-doop. Yeah, it does look like maybe I have to learn it. So that'll be under equipment or something. Packager level-in block. Yeah. Cool. That's kind of convenient. All it requires is soil. Wow. I might experiment with that. I have no idea what it is or what it does. Might be fun. Might be useful. Sounds useful. Nope. Power cells, that's all power, so it wouldn't be there. Wouldn't be in the drill bits, because why? That'd be silly. Wouldn't be in here. Wouldn't expect it to be there. Might be here. Small camera, trumpet horn, holographic figurine, terrain analyzer, probe scanner. No. Might be here. Solid fuel, hydrazine, jump jet. No. Printer, oxygenator, medium shredder, field shelter. Never really used them. Auto arm, never used them. Resource canisters. This is the other electronics. Other electronics. Other electrical things. More power producers and storers. Some platforms. Storage. Rover seat. Tractor. Trailer. Medium buggy and the winch. Nope. Huh. Oh, I know. I've got to learn it on DeSolo, don't I? I'll tell you what. So we'll leave it here. It's almost worth taking with us, but I suppose I might as well take it with me, because what am I doing? It's not like I'm taking anything else to DeSolo. I've got no reason to take anything else to DeSolo. I'm just going over there. Could use a bit more hydrazine, but there's 2 canisters. Screw it. We'll be right. So a quick go over to DeSolo. We'll try and look for this thing. Oh, in fact, I bet I know what I was supposed to take with me to DeSolo. And that is going to be the dynamite that I'm going to need to blow this thing up. There's another little bug that I wish they'd fix. Rather than flying through the planet. What is that? There's a thingy with an exclamation mark. I don't know what that is. Is that on really far away from my home base? I bet you it is. I don't know where my home base is. There it is. Let's see if that thing reappears. Where is it? No, must be miles away from my home. So probably not going to be looking into that today, because that's just really far away. Ah, picked the right landing pad for once. Cool. Okay. So I guess it'll what? Turn up on the compass? Oh, it does, and it's all the way over there. Oh, I forgot to bring the QTRTGs, you silly person. There's 2 small solars, but there's no small wind. I'm gonna need a small wind. Small canister, small generator, beacon, work light, oxygen tank, small solar, small wind turbine is made from ceramic, so that's cool. I can do that. So I'm gonna take one of these small solars, and I'll put that on the buggy, and I'll take a small wind and put that on the buggy, and then we should be able to travel this entire planet without running out of energy. I mean, I might have to wait for the wind to blow and for the sun to come up, but, you know, we should be okay. I think it'll work. So yeah, it's been a while since we've been back to DeSolo, that's for sure. Can I get up this? Is it too steep? Nope. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I wish the geysers did something. Maybe some sort of, you know, what is it called now? That special form of power, geothermal. That I think like the whole of Iceland runs on geothermal, because it's a very small country in the first place, and they have a lot. Whee! Oh man. Well, there's one of those research crates. It's a shame I didn't bring any dynamite with me. Or a tractor to take it back with me to my, what's-his-face, my main base. Ah. Poor buggy fell down. That's alright. We'll just keep gently moving and trying to get to this thing. Oh, that wasn't that far away. Oh. Oh, good. They brought dynamite for you. Alright, I can't pick up most of this because it's... Take some of this debris back with me because why not? Just want to have a bit of a look. Is there anything up there? No. Okay. Alright, so that's debris that I can pick up. That will not. No, that's too big. That's going to be too big as well. That's probably going to fit on the backpack. And a spare dynamite, which is kind of convenient, because that means I'll be able to open that other one that we passed on the way here too. Right, so you have to stick it to the thing. Well, that was not ideal. Okay, exochip, more debris, backpack full, really? Okay, I can fix that. What? Was that it? What happened? Mission log. Retrieve an exit chip. Retrieve data from busted prototype. Collect. Blow up data recorder file. And then what? Oh, I can only collect at a landing pad. That's cool. That's cool. Find MAT on DeSolo. Slot an exochip in MAT, material analysis transmitter, and decode the data from the exochip. So is that... that? Must be the next one. Best guess. Wasn't there another dynamite here? Oh, I put that on my backpack. It must have actually blown up. Oh, that's why the explosion was so large. Alright. Oh, if I have to blow up that next one, I've just used the dynamite. Maybe they'll give me more dynamite. They gave me dynamite for this first one. There's no reason to assume they won't give me dynamite for the second one. Let's hope, shall we? So yes, my new job is going to be quite interesting. I'm going to be working in what we call here in Australia Medi hotels. They are a COVID speciality in that they're a quarantine area, so people still need to travel. They still need to move to other countries, and so when people come in here, they have to go into quarantine for 2 weeks so that we can, you know, if they were gonna show symptoms, we'd know. Like after 2 weeks, we'd know. So they have to quarantine for 2 weeks, and we need a safe place to do that. But you can't expect everyone coming into the country to know the rules and regulations. So you need guards, people to actually watch them, and tell them when they're doing the wrong thing. And that is what I will be doing. Not the most amazing job description in the world, but it's what I'm going to be doing. There's probably a few people that would be quite disappointed that that's what I'm doing with my life, considering I have a bachelor's degree. But you know, we all end up in weird places. Not everyone ends up doing what you'd expect them to be doing. And in my case, yes, I'm going to be doing security work, of all things. Grab some more debris. Backpack full, right. But I'm about to put a chip in this thing. Ah, there it goes. Let's get rid of the compass so that we can see. In case this looks cool, maybe it'll look cool. Ingredient investigations. New machine electrical engineering. Well, what did that do? Did it do anything? Alright, mission log. Let's put it somewhere where I can see. Alright, I can collect the 500 mats for that. Moving and hauling, unlock potential, multi-core through the... Remember... Ah, here we are. Provide the mat with copper, provide the mat with zinc. Oh. Provide mat with plastic, provide mat with aluminium. Are you serious? 2 copper and 2 zinc. I might have to go to another planet for that. At least back to my home planet. Not really sure. Let's bring the compass up. Home base is pretty far away. Nonetheless, we should head there now and see if there's copper. I don't think there's copper. I'm pretty sure there's no copper on... there might be copper on DeSolar. I can't remember what the DeSolar's resources were. Oh man. I've still never got that achievement for jumping a buggy. I don't know exactly how big the jump has to be, but it must be enormous if I still haven't got it. Might as well take it. Back on the road again. Oh, I don't want to go in there. Do not want to fall down that crevasse. I want to kind of climb this somehow. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh, there we go. Got it. Got it. Gonna make it. Gonna make it. Cool. Ah. Ah. Oh, now that was some serious climbing. This thing's got a lot of torque. I suppose the gravity is also reduced. I think. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, DeSolar's a moon. Surely it can't have full gravity. Oh, well, this is a hole I might struggle to get out of. Might. No. Once again, infinite torque to the rescue. Woohee! Splat. Okay. So we won't bother gathering the exo chips here, although we have finished a mission and can collect some exo chips now. We'll do that on the main planet. Oh damn! What's the first planet called? I can't remember. Well, there's some copper. That's malachite. So it wanted copper, didn't it? Mission log. Copper and zinc. So it wants the refined resource. So there must be copper down here then. I don't know about zinc. Let's check. DeSolo, wolframite, and spherulite. Ah, wolframite. That means no copper. Spherulite, however, that is zinc. So I do need to go back to the other planet to get more copper. We've only got one here. And I think zinc's also going to be easy to find on... excuse me. On the home planet. Whose name just is not coming to me. Sylvan. Sylvan, of course. Silver. Not even Sylvan. And as per usual, my coffee has gone cold. That's alright. Fuel 42%. Oh, good. That's a nice handy feature. I don't think that used to be there. I think that's new. Right, so I need 2 zinc. I have no zinc here. have some wolframite. Oh, there's a bunch of copper sitting here. That's fine. I only need one more of those. Let's go find some spherolite. Oh, I think I remember where that was. It was down like 2 floors or 1 floor. Floors, layers, cavern layers. Crap, there's not a lot left around here actually. I'm gonna have to find some more soon. Do I even have space to collect any? No, so before I go any further, I better actually empty my backpack. Was not thinking about that. That could have been... Well, it wouldn't have been the end of the world. It just would have dropped on the floor, so I would have had to then go back up and then come back down. So essentially what I'm doing now anyway. I suppose I could have left the debris down there. But it's better not to do that. It's better to come up here or dump the debris in the shredder. Stick this power cell somewhere. Running out of space for scrap. Well, completely run out of space for scrap. Literally just standing on the ground now. Could probably just use this to actually get some zinc, but I won't. I'm going to save the actual that for when I really, really, really need it. And having said that, I bet you I never need it. But you know, you get that. Let's have a look at this as well, because tracked rewards ready to collect 3 exochips. Cool. Which means I will actually be able to make the extractor, auto extractor. Looks like these things aren't that hard to find, and considering there were a few readily available missions as well, made things a little easier. Right, now, oh, we best look at the second mission as well, for the matte extractor thingy, and see what else I need to do. Because if I had to come back here for copper, it's almost certain that I'm going to need other resources that aren't available on Desola. It would be extremely surprising if it was just this one. What did I get out of that one? Is there still more? There's still some more down here somewhere. No, that's saying organic now. Where is it? There. I think that was the last one. Oh, for crying out loud. Alright, let's just see. Did I ruin my... I did. Okay. I have to fix that quickly before we go anywhere else. Right, now I'm going to have to actually look around for more spherolite. There should be lots of it, but it's not that easy to find. It's not a rare resource, it's just not common either. Not common enough that you can just take it for granted. This just runs out here. Yeah, see, I don't want to go too far because it's pretty easy to get lost in some of the caverns, and then, you know, you'll never find your way back, and you lose all the cool stuff that you had, and then, You need to get the resources together to remake everything, and yeah, it's an annoyance that I just don't need, don't want. I already have a sneaking suspicion I'm going the wrong way. No, okay. Whew. Is that spherolite? That looks like it might be. Or is it? Oh no, it's not spherolite. It's the other one. Compound. Damn. Wonder where else could go looking. That's compound as well, isn't it? Yep, that's just compound. I don't see any spherolite off in the distance, no. Let's try another layer down. Oh! Well, wouldn't you know it? Okay, that's going to be the 2 zinc that I need. Let's not go crazy, we'll just get the 2 zinc that we need and we'll finish up. And then I think one of them was plastic. Now I think I've got a bit of plastic just sitting there because, I don't know, I had a spare plastic. I made a plastic I didn't need, or I found a plastic, I can't remember which. Right, so spherolite to zinc. Let's recheck those missions. Copper and zinc. And what was the next one? The next one was plastic and aluminium alloy. Well, that's plastic. Plastic, compound and carbon. Well, we've got compound. We're out of carbon. I do remember that the last time we've actually finally, for the first time, stopped like finding organic by running around and actually harvesting plants, because I'm really starting to empty all the plants out and it's just quicker to make it with the soil these days. Yeah, we've just reached that point now. Same as filling up on soil. I'm going to start harvesting this mountain instead because it's just easier. Carve out this mountain to keep my soil canisters full. Alright, they should finish momentarily. Alright, so zinc, copper, carbon. Ooh, I need 2 compound on there, don't I? Running low on tungsten. Oh, no, I don't. I only need 1 because I've got a plastic sitting here. Ah, you silly person. Alright, aluminium alloy. I don't remember what the recipe for aluminium alloy is. Oh, well, we've got a carbon. We'll just leave that there for now. 2 plastic. I do not have enough space on my backpack for anything more anyway. I could make 2 aluminium alloys, though. Aluminium and copper. Okay, well that's easy enough. There's 2 aluminium. There's 2 copper. Leave the tethers behind. This is a lot of work. supposedly for a hoverboard. The hoverboard had better be amazing. Something tells me it's going to be a bit rinky-dink, but I guess we'll find out. It also said something about wanting the jetpacks, and I've never used the jetpacks either. Like, I've built one of them out of curiosity before, but then I was like, well, that's not very useful, and didn't use it again. So, yeah. We'll have to see. If this is the sort of thing that like launches you into space and kills you from the fall all the time, we will not be using the hoverboard much either. Alright. Launches 10. Okay, well, that's plenty. Oh, I'm still going to have to drop something else off my backpack, because I don't have enough space for the extra copper that was already here. So let's leave a soil canister. Not going to be using soil at the moment. Alright. Hey, what's that? Did I do this before? Apparently I did. Cool. Oh, yeah, that was not ideal. And now I'm just going to fall into the hole that I was trying to avoid anyway. Oh well, let's see if the... yeah. There's graphite, that's kind of good to know. If I could remember where there was graphite. Actually, not so much anymore. I haven't had that bug in a while. There used to be a bug where your soil centrifuge... Oh, infinite traction in reverse, I guess. Torque and traction. There used to be a bug where the soil centrifuge would fail to work after you loaded a save game. So the fix was actually to pack it up and then unpack it again, and the packager requires graphite. So you would need to find graphite, and graphite is technically available on every planet, but it's so hard to find. It was such an annoyance. So yeah, normally when I saw graphite, I would kind of make a mental note like, oh, there's graphite there. Better remember that in case I need to pack up and unpack the soil centrifuge. But I think the bug's been fixed, because I haven't had that problem in some time now. From what I can tell, it's working as intended now, where the soil centrifuge does not fail. What would happen is it would finish processing the soil and then just never eject anything. So it'd just sit there with like a full load of resources pointing upwards, which is not the default way the resource, the soil centrifuge normally develops a resource. It develops the resource pointing down, and then at the very end it turns them upwards and then starts ejecting them from the machine. And if the machine has nowhere to eject it to, they would just sit there and you could take them off one at a time. But not only could you not take them off, it wouldn't eject them, so to just sit there. It was an annoying bug that was only fixable with the packager. Alright, 1 copper, 2 copper, 1 zinc, 2 zinc, 1 plastic, 2 plastic, 1 aluminium alloy, 2 aluminium alloy. Predator broadcasts medics finds exodynamics. Warning, reactor overload likely. Cool. Debris. Debris. Anything other than debris? Doesn't look like it. Was that it? Is that all that was supposed to happen? Mission log. Okay. Collect those bytes. Collect those bytes. Aha! Collected any landing pad. 1 hoverboard, 1 QTRTG, and the schematic for the hoverboard. Excellent. Oh, so the first one's free as well. That's kind of cool. Alright. Compass. Let's get home. So the second one, and I imagine substantially harder one at Visenya, is going to be how to get the VTOL. And I must admit, for this, like, it'd probably be good for getting the probe scanner. When you're looking for the probes, using the VTOL. If it's going to work the way I imagine it's going to work, it'd be really good for finding the probe. But otherwise, oh, and for finding graphite and ammonia. Other than that, it's probably not going to be the most useful thing. But that's alright, we'll try and do it, which will extend our actual Astroneer journey by 1 further episode than intended. 1 further, yeah, but that's okay. You know, it's all content. Oh wow, that tripped the physics engine out just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, the developers built it. At the very least, we can have a look at it and see what it's about. There's already plenty of bits of this game that I basically ignore and pretend don't exist. And I've described those and pointed out that, yeah, like I mostly don't use the vehicles. The buggy is the only vehicle I use. Okay, let's try infinite torque. Nope. Can't reverse up either. Alright. How am I getting out of this hole? Here. Oh dear. Oh. I think that was the first probe. Maybe. Voyager? Or no, Voyager was like the 3rd or 4th one. I can't remember. Something. I think that was the first probe, I'm not even sure. Oh, and now I'm not even going in the right direction. Oh no. The terrain here is just not conducive to travel at all. Let's try this way. We'll see if we can go around all this stuff and come back. More circuitous path, but maybe it'll get us where we're going. Alright, this doesn't look too bad. I think I might be able to get up the other side of that. If I hit it at speed... No. As the Jeremy Clarkson approach did not work. Maybe up there, that looks like it's a little less steep. Oh dear. I might be able to get up this bit. Yes, excellent. Oh no, don't fall into that. No, I said don't fall into that, not fall into that. After saying don't fall into that. Oh dear. Hey, recovered somehow. I was quite miraculous. And we're home. Alright, so supposedly there will be a hoverboard of some description available. Let's have a look at that and see what that looks like, and how it works, and what it does, and if it's any good. Or if, as some have speculated, well, claimed, it's just a bit of a gimmick. Does give me another QTRTG, which is nice. We'll take that back to the home planet. And a hoverboard. Okay. I do like that you double jump. Can you jump with it? You can. Alright. So it allows you to go fast, which probably means it allows you to get yourself into all sorts of trouble. Let's try going up some shallow hills. Actually, that's a bit of a steep hill. Oh. Yeah, that kind of worked. To a small extent. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. As traversal goes, that was a lot easier. You can't jump up stuff. But yeah, getting up, that's an unexpected bit of thing to be able to climb. Am I doing oxygen-wise? No, I'm still using oxygen, so it doesn't provide oxygen. It's not a vehicle. Now let's see if I can find a research thing to take back. Wow, you really do absolutely scream across the terrain, though. I'll give it that. It's fast. You can get some real distance. Oh, but yes, you do still get hurt if you fall. Okay, so that's why they said have the jetpacks. So that you have a descent, some form of descent slowing ability. Alright, I don't see one, but that's alright. So I won't worry about that too much. Yeah, I can see why people would have preferred that they brought the weather back. I mean, this isn't doing much for me. And look, I can't go up this slope. Why can't I go up this slope? I should totally be able to climb that slope. Oh. Might have just bugged out because of the way I landed on the slope. And it's not any faster climbing this than walking either. Alright, so once you've got it, you've got it. Yeah. So there's this hoverboard thing that exists and does a thing. You may like it, you may not. It's there now. It's added to the game. It works. It does its thing. You've seen how to do it if you've been following along. Make of it what you will. For now, I'm going to... Do I go straight to Visenya? Might as well. Gave me a QTRTG, so we'll slot that on that for now. And then we can go looking on this planet for the next mission thingy. Let's just actually have the mission up. So that was vertical thinking. Find the vehicle data recorder. Right. Even more crevasses and things to fall into on Visenya. Visenya's terrain's a bit more messed up, the surface terrain. It's in some ways gentler, in some ways much worse. Because you get holes and things like this stuff that I'm passing around right now. Oops. Yeah, so another change they made is apparently they lowered the volume of the QT RTG, because apparently it was making like 3 times the volume of the regular RTG, which was not intended. It didn't need to be that loud. It was possibly just a programming error and something they didn't get around to. Personally, I would have rolled out a hotfix for that. I don't know why they left it for a major update to actually change it. Okay, this is... oh, a bit difficult. Can't see the forest for the trees. Oh. You know what? One of those is hydrazine. Hydrazine. Titanium and a medium battery. That's amazing, but I've got no way of getting that home. Yeah. It's alright. But we will take the hydrazine, because I can always just put that on the ship as fuel. My initial scout is just to find the probe, whatever it was called. I've already forgotten. Oh yes, another complaint a lot of people had about this new update and how it's not really doing things that they're taking the game in directions that they think it should go. Again, that's up to you whether you agree with them or not. I'm in two minds. I both agree with them in that I'd like the things that they want added to the game, but I also don't agree with them because I like the things that are added to the game as well. Like, I thought missions was a good addition. While I may never use the hoverboard, or will barely use the hoverboard, I don't think it's a bad addition to the game. I now have forgotten. What was the other addition? They want the weather brought back. They want... oh yes, actual survival mechanics. So at the moment, the only actual survival mechanic is oxygen. Power, even if you run out of power, your terrain manipulator still works a little bit, so that it's not possible to get yourself into a situation you can't literally dig yourself out of. They didn't want that, so that literally doesn't happen. Right, let's hopefully not make the same mistake again. Cool. So down there was the chip. And that was it, wasn't it? You just get a chip, and I've got a spare dynamite, which is kind of cool. So if I do pass another thing, well, we can pass another thing and get some more exo research chips. Yeah, so if oxygen and power are the only sort of resources you need, and you never actually run out of power, it's hardly a survival game. Oh. Damn it. As what everyone's concern was. So they'd like other survival mechanics put in. I don't know what those would be, or how it would be implemented, but it is something that others oft complain about. So I will mention it because it is dividing the community somewhat. And you know, that's something that's worth reporting on, regardless of how I feel about it. It's important for you to know these things because if you're interested in this game and you buy it on one of my recommendations and having seen it in my videos, it behooves me to be sure you know that it might change in that direction in the future, because some people are asking for it. And from what I can tell, the developers have most of the things that they've implemented have been things that the community have asked for. So the hoverboard and the VTOL, from what I understand, are things that the community wanted. So at least some people in the community were interested in having these new vehicles. And so they got added into the game. So if that's the case, and one of the other things the community, those that weren't so happy about the addition of the hoverboard and the VTOL, their voice is now the majority because they're the ones who haven't got anything new yet. They very well might be getting what they want next. So who knows? Could be entirely wrong about that. We shall see. Now, I could be trying to get to one of these exo chips, but I'm really not. I'm just trying to get to where I'm going. Oh, so far. Such a difficult drive over such horrible, unforgiving terrain. At least the flora and fauna leave you alone in the buggy. That's convenient. I wonder if they leave you alone on the hoverboard. It is a vehicle. And here we are. So we put the chip inside. Alright, that's just bytes, so we'll take that. That's just bytes, we'll take that. What we thrust, provide Matt with full hydrogen canister, nitrogen canister. Graphite, titanium, and tungsten. Wow. Okay, well, I mean, that's not too bad. I think we can get tungsten on this planet, but we almost certainly can't get titanium on Visania. Oh, we can't get tungsten, we can get titanium. So I have to go back for tungsten. Graphite we could find, but we'd have to get lucky. It didn't say graphene, did it? Or was it graphite? Let's just put the graphite in and find out. No. Alright, so now we don't have to do the graphite. That's hilarious. So yeah, tungsten we'd have to go back for. Hydrogen and nitrogen. What are the gases on Visania? hydrogen and nitrogen. So we can get the gases here. If I'm super lucky, there'd be enough tungsten back at home base, but I'm almost certain there isn't. So, and man, is it far away as well. We went really far to get here. I'm going to go to this green one. Oh. That's rather closer than I thought it was going to be. Let's get back in, actually, and get our vehicle a little bit further away than that. Just in case, you know. Uh-oh, something's shooting at me. Cool. Alright. Get our distance. Exochip. Whoa. Some weird camera shenanigans there. Right, and then try to get all the way home. And then gather up the gases that we need. We'll come back with the gases. And then I don't know what we're going to do about the tungsten. That's going to be the hard one. I suppose we'll just have to go back to silver. Would be the wisest and fastest course of action. Simply go back to silver. I've only got like 2 sitting on silver, but I can just trade for it. So that trade, all that debris that I've converted into scrap will finally come in handy. So that this new update completely derailed this stream. This stream was supposed to be about activating Glacio. So currently this stream has a different title to what I will probably have to re-title this video when it gets uploaded for post-stream viewing, and I will change the description to match the new objectives as well. But, you know, it was still worthwhile. I think it was a relatively interesting... What have I done? Have I beached it? Oh, I've beached it. And now I'm stuck in a half pipe. Relatively interesting side quest on our main journey, which we will return to next episode, which will probably be in about a week, I would like to say. As I was saying earlier on in the stream, I do have a new job. Things have changed. My circumstances have changed. I will not have the kind of time that I have had previously, where I could upload videos almost daily if I wanted to, because, well, I didn't have any job before. But yeah, it's got to pay the bills. And now I have a job, and that job is going to take up a lot more of my time and leave me very tired, I'm imagining as well. We shall see. It's not that I haven't started the job. I haven't started the quarantine hotels, the Medi hotels, yet. I have actually worked already, but my current work has been still in the health sector, in hospitals, where I've been guarding in hospitals instead. So this hotel is for the same company, but it is a change of venue. And the reason why I wanted to change of venue is the hospitals are kind of on an emergency basis. They call you in when they need someone. So I was basically on call every single day, whereas the Medi hotels are a set roster. So I'd rather do the set roster because it's set hours, like you know when you're working and you can plan accordingly. Whereas before, my plan every day of the week, 7 days a week, was plan to work because you might have to work. You won't know until the last minute whether or not you're going to have to work, but plan to work. So yeah, that's not ideal. So it's much better now to plan to not necessarily work, but maybe work. Maybe get a day off. Hydrazine, yes, we can put that on the thing. And give us a few more launches. Nice, organic, we can drop that off. Like I said, I'm probably not going to use this hoverboard. It is cool, but it doesn't do anything I need it to do. So for now, I'm just going to leave it on the ship. So I can take it back to Silver. Yeah. Right, what were we after? 4 gases. 2 hydrogen and 2 nitrogen. So that'll take a while. And the other one was Titan. That's lithium. So really deep down here somewhere is Titanite, isn't it? Doop-doobie-doo-boo. Visenya, Titanite, found in the mountains or in the very, very, very deep caves. Well, we've been to the core of this planet, so we should be able to find 2 bits of titanium down there. Titanite. Oh. That's full. Might take this home with me. I think I've already got a full container of lithium, but you know, that's alright. Now I've got 2 full containers of lithium. Whee! Oh. Be careful when going over those jumps, that can get you killed. Still lithium. Probably have to go substantially deeper to find titanite. Still all lithium. Here we go. This is about where one would start finding titanite. Don't see any immediately apparent, but should be this depth. I think there was some here. It looks like I've gone searching for it and either didn't find it or found it and ran out of it. But we'll go down one more and see. No, that's not really a level. That's sort of a half a level. Yeah, see, that looks suspiciously like I went searching for something, doesn't it? This might have been episodes and episodes ago. That looks like ammonia. Don't know whether I was looking for ammonia. Oh no, there's ammonia and titanite mixed in there. Bit of both. Got one of each there, that's pretty good. Got another ammonia. Briefly saw the titanite symbol, but I haven't found it. Ah, there it is. Oh, not quite. There's a bit more over here somewhere. No, that's the organic symbol. That's the titanite symbol. Where is it? Nope, that was ammonia. That's all ammonia. Oh. Yeah, there it is. There we go. Is that it? Yep, that's 2. Cool, that'll do. Right, so again, if I leave one soil canister behind, I'll have enough space for 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, for all the... oh no, more than that. Because, yeah, I'm not going to need these ammonias. They're just things I've picked up. Almost would have been quicker to just keep going to the center of the planet. Probably would have been quicker to just keep going to the center of the planet and warp back to the top using the gateway. But now that we're halfway up again, maybe not anymore. Don't actually know. We'll just keep climbing. We're already started the climb. We'll just finish the climb. There was a research thing on the back of one of these. Thought so. Take this with us. Not that I really need research points anymore. I've got like 40,000 just sitting there. There is a mission to get 100 schematics, and I don't have 100 schematics, so I could just blow research points on stuff, even though I'm never going to use it. But I'm not going to for now, just in case there's something I want and it's like 30,000 research points or whatever. I don't think there's anything that expensive. But we shall see. Oh, and I'm getting pretty tired already as well. I do need to... What is the time? 7:13? No, it's still pretty early. I do need to sleep early. I need to be up very early tomorrow morning for my first day at my new position. I have to be somewhere on a Sunday of all days as well. But that's alright, because you get a lot of money for working on a Sunday. But I need to be somewhere where there is terrible, terrible parking. So I don't want to drive a car. I'd rather take public transport if the parking is horrible. When I say horrible, I mean like there is parking, but it's paid parking and very, very expensive. Because it's in the center of the city. So rather than pay for parking, I'd rather take public transport in that situation. The problem is it's a Sunday, and the public transport, while it might be wonderful in your city, in this city is kind of cruddy on weekends. It's pretty good during the week. During the week, you know, every 15 minutes there's a bus. The buses go nearly everywhere. Every 15 minutes there's a tram. The tram is, there's only really a single tram line, but it does go from like a major sort of beach area, almost one could say the second city of the city. Goes from there to the city itself, right into the center. And the train lines, there's several train lines. They go everywhere you need to go, really. In fact, they just added a new one to one of the universities. So now one of the universities has a train station that services it alone. It goes nowhere but that university. Oh, that university, admittedly, there's a hospital there as well. But because it's a teaching hospital, so the university campus is also right behind it. It's actually where I got my bachelor's. But yeah, they recently moved... Well, extended an old train line right into the university. So yeah, public transport, as far as actually getting from one place to another, is relatively comprehensive. But on Saturdays and Sundays, they only run sort of every half hour. Some services will only be every hour. So getting anywhere at a particular time becomes more difficult on the weekends. But during the week when people are working, that's when it's pretty good. There is one other problem. A lot of cities in the world, you can sort of get, you know, from one side of the city to the other side of the city without changing train or bus. In our case, that's very unlikely. There are so many hubs. The trains, for example, all the trains lead to the city. and then all the trains come out of the city. There's not a lot of places where you can get a train from one place. Well, there's basically nowhere where you can get on one train and go somewhere that isn't the city. That train is going to the city. That's where those trains go. There are a few stations where you can get off and get on another train and then go back in the opposite direction on a different train line and end up somewhere different to where you started that isn't the city. But those are few and far between. Most of our train lines are to the city. All roads lead to Rome. So you go into the city and then come out of the city again, which can be a rather large time factor if you're going somewhere very far from the city via train. Anyway, enough about commenting on our local public transport system. It is what it is. They try. It works somewhat. And yeah, on a Sunday, I don't want to have to pay for parking. I mean, I'd lose an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work in pay in parking fees. So finding a way to do it by public transport is better, but that also means there is then the time consideration of travelling via public transport. One needs to get up and leave for work earlier, which is a bit of a pain in the bum. So yeah, I can't be up too late. I need to get sleep so that I can be up and awake and prepped for this new job. I do have a little bit of nervousness about it because it is a new job. I haven't done it before. I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if it's going to be easy. I don't know if it's going to be hard. I don't entirely know what I'm doing. My understanding is that mostly we are just making sure that nobody who shouldn't be in the hotel comes into the hotel, and nobody who should be in the hotel does something that to breach the quarantine, which they are in the hotel specifically for. Yeah. So that's all that I have to do, but I don't actually know what that entails. If it's anything like what it was like in the hospitals, a relatively large percentage of it is literally going to be standing, staring, making sure nobody comes out of their rooms. That's not like you see in the movies. I can't sit there with a book. I can't watch TV. No, you have to be on ball. You can't do anything. You can't look at your phone. You can't look at your smartwatch to bypass the fact that you're not allowed to look at your phone. Those are instant dismissals. Falling asleep, instant dismissal. You are a proper guard. You must guard. You must actively guard. Yeah, I don't know whether it's like that in everywhere else in the world, but here they take security guard work extremely seriously. There's no half measures. There's no, you can, there's a whole bunch of Titanite. Yeah, you're a security guard, but it's alright if you're only paying 50% of your attention. No. I believe in the hospitals, it is literally a crime to not be giving the person you're guarding your full attention. Because it's a duty of care thing. It's not so much that they might do something wrong if they are, a dangerous person in the hospital. It's more a matter of they might slip and fall. And because you were supposed to be watching them, you are responsible. Now, as a security guard, I don't know what I could do about them slipping and falling. But if they do slip and fall, it's my fault. If I'm not watching. If I am watching, I believe it's not my fault. Then it might come down to the hospital's fault for not having non-slip floors or whatever. But yeah, my duty of care means that I actually have to stare at someone for 12 hours. and make sure that they don't hurt themselves and that they get the best care possible. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It doesn't matter what they did or why they did it, or, you know, what the reason that they require a guard is. In some cases it's for their protection, in some cases it's for everyone else's protection. At the end of the day, they're in a hospital and they're there to get better, and that is the 99.99 percentile fact that you have to remember, is that you are there to assist in this person getting better from whatever it is that ails them. Otherwise they wouldn't be in a hospital. They'd be, you know, in a safe house or a jail or a detention center, or, you know, whatever other places that you could put people that either have to be watched for negative or positive reasons. Oh, well, not positive reasons. I suppose they're all negative reasons, but whether it's them that, whether you're watching them because they are the risk or whether they are at risk, once they're in hospital, the hospital part takes precedence. Which doesn't mean, of course, that I can't prevent them from, if they are dangerous to other people, prevent them from hurting other people. That is part of my job description as well. But a big part of it is to make sure they get the treatment that they need. This is really loud. I don't know whether it's necessary for this to be this loud. Alright, let's have a look at our mission log now. What the thrust? We finished that one. Collect some bytes. Substance selection. So now I just need 2 tungsten, and we are done. But I do need to return home to do that, because I do not have tungsten on this planet, do not have a trade platform, so I don't have any way of getting tungsten to this planet without flying a spaceship. So we need to go and fly our spaceship. Back home to Silver, and then back to Visania again with 2 tungsten. And while that was not what I had intended for today's adventure to be, that will be today's adventure, I'm afraid. Assault Android Cactus, not a very well watched stream. Nobody tuned in. Very few people watched it after the fact. And admittedly, I don't talk at all through it because everybody in my house was asleep and it was really late at night, but I was playing it and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to stream this anyway. So I literally just sort of turned on my streaming software and just said, like, look, you know, I'm not going to be talking through this one because everybody in the house is asleep and I can't make noise. I've got headphones on, nobody else can hear me. And yeah, just stream that one. But it seems people aren't interested in Assault Android Cactus, which is a shame because it's a really good game. It's lots of fun for an action 2-stick shooter. I highly recommend it. I think I pointed out in the comments, the description of the stream, that I actually initially saw this game back when Steam Greenlight was not, like, was barely a thing. There was like 4 Steam greenlit games in existence, and that was, I think, before early access was even a thing. There was Steam Greenlight, which is when there were games that were good, or no, I think early access was a thing, but that was the whole Greenlight sort of concept, was that people actually had to vote games in to say, yes, this game is quality, so it can and should be on Steam. And otherwise, you know, it wouldn't be put on Steam while it was still in development. And yeah, I went to an anime and video game convention. I was there, I was there kind of for the anime. I was actually past my anime phase. I watched a lot of anime when I was younger, and then I've been disillusioned with it for many years now. I'm no longer interested. I haven't seen a good anime story in a long time. If you ask me, Death Note was the last good thing that they made. Oh wow. I'll take that battery. Where was I going with this? Oh yes. But I'd been to the anime and video game convention before, and I'd enjoyed it, and there was also video games. So I went again, and despite, you know, not having a huge interest in anime anymore, and I tried to watch some of the new anime and stuff that was coming out, and I didn't enjoy any of that, but I did enjoy the video game side of things. And there was one stall right next to where the Oculus Rift was being demoed, because the Oculus Rift was not out yet, was not available to anyone to buy except for a few developers who wanted to spend some exorbitant amount. Oh wow, I've gotten myself stuck on some sort of ravine here. How do I get over this thing? I'm just going to have to keep going around until I find a way over it. Or can we just power up this bit? Yeah, sweet. Yeah, and so right next to where the Oculus Rift was being demoed, which blew my mind at the time as well, was this little group of guys, and they were like, hey, do you want to sit down and try this game? And I'm like, okay, what is it? And they're like, it's called Assault Android Cactus. And I'm like, what? And they're like, look, it's a 2-stick shooter. And I'm like, what's a 2-stick shooter? And they're like, you know how you get 2 analog sticks on a controller? Yeah. You use one to move around, and you use the other one to move around. I'm like, wait, what? And I didn't get it, but I watched some other people playing it, and while I waited for my turn to play it, which wasn't very long, it was like 2 minutes before I got to go. And then I played it, and I was instantly hooked. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. And it's 4-player multiplayer as well, but I don't have any friends that play it, so I've never played it with anyone, except when it was demoed to me at the Anime and Video Game Convention. But yeah, it was really, really fun. And they're like, look, we're trying to get this game Steam greenlit, so if you can go to this URL and tell Steam that, yes, you think this game should be on their platform, despite the fact that it hasn't finished development yet. And so I did, and about 3 months later I received an email as well telling me that a game that I had voted to be Steam greenlit had been greenlit and was available in early access, which I'd never heard of before. I believe it was the first ever early access game I ever purchased. And yeah, I bought it immediately because I was like, that was so much fun, I definitely want to play more of that. And I've owned Assault Android Cactus ever since. Cactus is the name of the protagonist, and she is an assault android. That's why it has such a weird name. Assault Android Cactus. And all the characters are named after foods? Plants? Colors? Let's see, there's cactus, there's holly. Holly's also green, like cactus. Coral. Coral is purple. There's lemon. There's aubergine, there's licorice, there's starch. Starch is white. Starch is my favorite. She's the broken robot. She was locked away for... They never do tell you exactly what it was that she did, but she did something bad and they locked her away, but she's an unlockable character. So she doesn't have a paint job, which is why she's white, and she's called Starch. And yeah, she's kind of like a broken robot. She does a lot of bad things, and like all the characters are voiced, and they say certain things. So, for example, you might get a speed up, and someone like Cactus, when you pick up the speed up, power up, will go speed up. Whereas... And when you get the speed up, you get these wings on your character to indicate that, yes, you are currently carrying the speed up. That's the visual indicator of it. Whereas Starch doesn't say speed up. She says pretty wings. Yeah, she's very amusing. And her victory pose is picking her nose? Like, she's an android. What is she possibly picking up there in the first place? Anyway, I really like Starch. It's amusing to have one of those comic relief characters in a game like that. That is all comic relief anyway. It's all funny. None of it is really very serious. And all the bosses have, you know, stories to tell, and they interact with each playable character differently, and the way they interact with Starch is pretty hilarious because most of them know she's supposed to be locked away and is dangerous to everyone. Like, the bosses are misbehaving as it is. They're a danger to everyone, and they think she's more dangerous than they are, and they're actively trying to be dangerous. So Starch is quite amusing. I know I'm missing one. Is it Shiitake? I think it's Shiitake as the sniper. So yeah, each character has a different weapon. For example, Cactus is just your standard sort of rapid fire machine gun style thing, whereas Holly has homing bullets, but they're only short range and they don't do as much damage. Lemon has spread fire, but that means that she doesn't do concentrated damage very well because her shots spread out really far. Coral is a shotgun, short range, super powerful, but short range. Against some of the bosses in the game, she is almost impossible to use. It's not impossible to beat any boss with any character. They have balanced the game incredibly well, but I will admit that Coral is at a severe disadvantage against some of the bosses. Oh, and Peanut. I forgot about Peanut. Peanut is like the mechanic. So she's all covered in oil and dirt and grime, and she's got parts that look like she's made herself from scrap and stuff. She's cool as well. She's a pretty good character, I must admit. But yeah, Assault Android Cactus, I highly recommend it. If you've never played it. Oh, I did have a full thing of lithium. So now I've got 2 canisters of lithium here. Oh well. Yeah, Assault Android Cactus. It's a lot of fun. Like I said, I saw it first before, as far as I know, even early access wasn't yet a thing. It is now, of course. It's, you know, a major part of everyone's... Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. Major part of everyone's experience with Steam. But yeah, it was one of the first games I'd ever heard of that needed to be Steam greenlit. In fact, I'm going to look it up. What is Steam greenlight? Because I'd never heard of it before that. Steam greenlight. So there's no such thing as Steam greenlight anymore. Okay. So basically you could vote on indie games to determine which titles would be published on the platform's marketplace. So basically... You couldn't be on Steam unless you got enough votes? Anyway, they got enough votes because it was a really good game. It was an exceptionally well-made game. It played beautifully. It had little to no... Well, even in early access, it had no bugs. There were a lot of things like... When it first started, there was only... When I first got it, there was only one boss, but they quickly added the second boss, and the second boss, when it first came out, was literally a wireframe. There was no textures on it or anything yet. But you could play the level and you could learn it. One of the other things I really like about Assault Android Cactus is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is fantastic. I wasn't sure if I was going to get DMCA complaints from... What am I doing? Oh, I'm going back to Visenya with this. I wasn't sure if I was going to get complaints because I was just playing it and I wasn't talking or anything. But as far as I can see... I haven't actually looked. I'm pretty sure that they were fine. I didn't get in any trouble. There were no copyright claims or restrictions on that video. Yeah, no, there's no restrictions or anything. It looks fine. So, thank goodness for that. I might even have to check and see if that is... Very much doubt it'll be royalty-free sound, but they might be like, oh, it's just a YouTube video, we'll let that go. Whereas if I use it like as a soundtrack to other YouTube videos I do, or when I'm just sitting talking or something, they might get upset. There are some games where you can do that. I know a lot of Twitch streamers use the Stardew Valley soundtrack because that is free. You can use that while just sitting and talking to people on Twitch. It's a thing. I really like it. Stardew Valley, also an excellent, excellent game. I've actually sort of half-heartedly been playing that again too. We'll see. That might make a return to the channel at some point. Right, so almost done for the day. This will be our last little thing. I don't know whether I'll get a free VTOL or not. I think I probably will if the hoverboard was anything to go by. I reckon they'll give me a free one. So we might have a bit of a play with it and then call it a night. Oop. In a hole. But yeah, Steam Greenlight, no longer a thing, was a thing. I believe you can still actually see the Steam Greenlight thing on the Assault Android Cactus store page. Might be tripping about that, I'm not sure. And like I said in the stream as well, it's now also available for Nintendo Switch. It's by an Australian developer, Witchbeam Games, or just Witchbeam. Or maybe Witchbeam Games, I'm not sure. And they've made a few other things, but if you ask me, Assault Android Cactus is like the standout. It's fun, it plays extremely well, it's action-packed. You can play it with a keyboard and mouse. That's not the ideal way to play it. It's a two-stick shooter. What you really want is a control pad with two analog joysticks on it. Oh yes, I never clarified. So when they said one stick for movement and the other stick for movement, so what happens is one stick moves your character around the screen, so your character will move left, right, up and down, and the other stick controls where your character is facing. So you can, for example, move down while facing up, and then shoot. And in all other respects, it's like a bullet hell shooter. So there are enemies that are shooting at you, and you are shooting at enemies trying not to get shot. And there's lots and lots and lots of enemies. There are other mechanics to the game that it's mostly relatively obvious, but yeah, I couldn't talk while I was doing that stream because everybody was asleep. So yeah, I mean, watch it if you're at all interested. I would like it. It'd be nice. It's a really badly performing video. It'd be nice to get a few views on it. But yeah, if it's not for everyone, it's not for everyone. I think it's a good game. I would consider it one of the overlooked games. I think you should play this games. I always wanted to do, and I think you should play this of it, and I just never got around to it. And then I was playing it and was like, I can't really talk now. It's not a good idea to do, and I think you should play this when I can't talk. But I did it anyway, so there may still come a time when I do, and I think you should play this, and I more accurately describe the game's merits. But I do think you should play it. I think it's a lot of fun. If you like those sorts of games, There's not a lot of them out there, but they are out there. There used to be another good one for free on Steam called Alien Swarm, I believe. Might even still be free on Steam. I'm going to look that up quickly before I know we're just about to do this thing, but Alien Swarm used to be free. Alien Swarm? Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. Is that the second version of Alien Swarm? Yeah. Alien Swarm is still there. It's still free. It's also a 2-stick shooter, multiplayer co-op. It was fun. So yeah, if you don't know what a 2-stick shooter is, give Alien Swarm a go. There might still be people playing it. I don't know. Unless this Alien Swarm Reactive Drop is the new version? Extends Alien Swarm, bringing more of everything. Maps, aliens, game modes, guns. More importantly, Steam Workshop support. Ah, okay. Yeah, so play Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. 146 Steam achievements for you people who love achievements. I think there's a name for them, but I don't actually know what it is. Yeah, if you don't know what a 2-stick shooter is, play that. It'll give you an idea of what a 2-stick shooter is. If you like it and you've finished with it, then I can highly recommend Assault Android Cactus as your next 2-stick shooter to try out, because Cactus is lots of fun. The other reason I like Cactus is I have a NVIDIA Shield that I mostly just use for streaming TV on a smart TV that is not very smart. It claims to be a smart TV and then fails to do basically anything I want it to do. But I can stream games from my computer directly to that and play it on that. And Assault Android Cactus is one of the ones that is fabulous on it. Despite the fact that it's playing over Wi-Fi, it runs beautifully, it's smooth. I just plug a controller into the back of the Shield and off I go. That's great. So that's it, right? New mission, further refinement. Oh, you suck. Really? I really thought we were done. Even more stuff. Ah, silicon and tungsten carbide. Well, that's going to take some time. How long have we been going? It's been nearly 2 hours. All right, okay. I guess I'll be a bit tired tomorrow. The things I do for you people. Alright, so we're going to finish this before we go to bed. Before I call it a night. What time is it now? It's nearly 8. Oh, I have to be up in 8 hours. Well, not quite 8 hours, a little bit longer than that. But yeah, I'm pretty tired, so chances are I will fall asleep straight away, so I'm not too concerned. I'm a little concerned, but not too concerned. So we will... Oh, I still have to make myself lunch and stuff, because I'm not going to have time in the morning to make lunch, so I was going to make myself lunch for work before I go to bed, and then pack it up and have it ready so I can just walk out the door. Alright, it shouldn't take that long to make some silicon and some tungsten carbide. The main part of this is going to be the rover journey between places. It really is tempting to just give it up now and say, nope, that's the stream for today. Sorry, but I have places to be. But no, I'm not going to. I'm going to stick this out to the end. I'm good at being tired at work anyway. I have coping mechanisms. I drink far too much coffee as it is, so that doesn't work for me. I do find Red Bulls quite effective because I don't drink energy drinks. So when I do drink them, they work. As opposed to people who drink energy drinks all the time and they're like, oh yeah, you know, I've got the boundless energy I need. No, you don't. If you drink energy drinks all the time, your body gets used to them and then they basically cease to work. And a Red Bull will give you like 5 minutes pep and then you'll be done and have nothing left in the tank because you drink them all the time. Same thing with Mother and all those other guarana and caffeine drinks. Yeah, your body gets used to them. So unless you really like the taste and that's actually your drink of choice, if you're actually drinking them as an energy drink, consider, do you really need an energy drink right now, or can you just power through and save it for when you really, really do need an energy drink, because then it'll actually work. And you know, you'll get a 45-minute, hour-long burst of energy as opposed to 5-10 minutes because you've just used it, overused it. Oh no, I've gotten stuck. Whoa. Cool. I think this was the hill that I couldn't get around before. I've gone around it on the other side. Silicon and tungsten carbide, hey? Tungsten carbide. I'm pretty sure that's literally just tungsten and carbon. Maybe a gas. What was silicon? Quartz and something? Come on, there's got to be a way out of here. Am I going to have to dig my way out? That's not what I wanted to do at all. There we go. Cool. All right. Yeah, I don't like thinking about being tired. It's one of my biggest hang-ups, actually, about any sort of work, is that I have this fear of not getting enough sleep and being tired at work, which makes you hate that day at work, which makes you hate work very quickly. So I have an innate fear of letting that happen ever. Pretty irrational, really, but I'm getting better at it, so I'm not going to let it stress me out this time. I'm going to be strong. Like I said, I'm sleepy, so I know that when I do actually go to sleep, I should drop off within minutes. So it'll be fine. I'll get my, 6 hours is enough. 7 or 8 is nicer. I'm hoping for a sort of 7-ish tonight. Right, silicon, was it silicon? Silicon. Quartz, methane, and resin. only got one resin left, but I've got quartz. Resin. It was silicon, right? Silicon, yes. For a second then I double checked myself and I'm like, wait, was it silicon or was it graphene? For a second I thought it was graphene. Slightly more complex recipe, still something, you know, would have taken me minutes to achieve, but oh yes, I'm going to have to buy some tungsten. Titanite, spherolite, hematite, wolframite. So that's how the trade machine works. If you've never seen that, you put stuff on the rocket and then tell it what you want, click the trade button and it launches into space, and then you wait a little bit and then it comes back down with the stuff that you wanted. What gas am I looking for here? Methane. Doesn't that come out of this? It does. See? So I didn't get much wolframite out of that, but I did get enough. So that'll be the tungsten that I need. And then that ought to be the carbon that I need. 2 silicon. Tungsten carbide. There it is. Tungsten carbon. Doesn't even use a gas. It's just tungsten and carbon. So that was alright. Nice and easy. This had better be the last ingredients I need. All right. Is this the 4th trip I'm making to that mat? Materials acquisition, whatever. I think it is. Or is this only the 3rd to the one on Visenya? It is only the 3rd to the one on Visenya, I think it might be. It might be the 4th, I can't remember. Would have to play back the video to check. Hey, got the landing pad. Nice. Always nice to land on the landing pad and not in the middle of all your stuff and then have to move the rocket to the landing pad, but oh well, you get that. Right. Oh, no, need a compass. No, don't fall in a hole. Nice work. Up. Yeah, close enough. Still works. Alright. Now the long drive all the way back over. Oh. Ah. Yeah, I don't think you could flip them initially. When the cars first came out, you had to put a winch on it and winch them out and get them sort of back over by adjusting the terrain carefully to kind of flip the car. And now there's just a flip button. Again, a feature requested by... Oh, I've totally messed that up, haven't I? Yeah, that's not coming out of there. Alright, now we have to find our way out of this. Oh, okay, that was easier than I thought. Back on the road again. If they don't just give me a VTOL, I'm very sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but I will not be building one. That will have to be then the next episode. And will be part of the our visit to Novus, where we will be activating the Novus Gate, which was going to be what I was doing today, but you know, with the new update and everything, it was kind of worth checking. I have to remember to go back in and change the episode title and description too, since we ended up not doing what I titled the episode. Well, what did I title it? Getting close to conquering the solar system. That's true. I mean, we are getting close, but I didn't get any closer during the course of this episode, so it's still a little bit misleading. Also, there might be people searching, so I should put VTOL and hoverboard in the title somewhere. Or the description somewhere. And probably the tags as well. Still a relatively fun episode. While I don't normally use the vehicles because I don't normally need them except in circumstances where you're doing stuff like this, when you are doing stuff like this, it is a lot of fun to just roam around the planet at top speed. The falling into holes is not much fun, but everything else is good. Going through these forests is pretty awful as well, I must admit, but, you know, you get that. Can't be all fun and games. I've never tried creative mode. It would be nice to actually go into creative mode and make a nice big long flat thing just to mess around in. Big flat pad. Oh, stuck on a tree, stuck on a tree. Stuck on the other tree now. Oh. Glitched through a tree, glitched through a tree. When all else fails, try to get it to glitch. That's what Penelope von Schweetz does in Wreck-It Ralph. What's her name again? I know the voice is done by Sarah Silverman. I can't remember what the character's name is before. Spoiler alert. I'm about to ruin the end of Wreck-It Ralph #1. Give you a chance to turn off before she finds out she's actually the princess called Penelope von Schweetz. Can't remember what her name is. Everybody just calls her the Glitch for most of it. But she's got a name as well. I just can't remember what that name was. Let's get rid of... Oh no, let's get rid of the compass so that we can see. Silicon, tungsten carbide, tungsten carbide. You're kidding me. There's another one? I should have known because it says bytes. The reward for it is just bytes. Boost the mat with more exochips. 3 exochips. Ah, dear. Alright. Well, Look, ladies and gentlemen, I've left all the exochips on another planet. So, we will make that the first thing we do in our next stream. Just going to find some flat land to stand on. That is going to do it for this one, because otherwise I'm going to be here all night, and I do not have all night. I need to go to sleep. I need to get some sleep. I need to get some shut-eye before I begin a new job tomorrow. Lots of fun. Yeah, so I'm sorry we didn't quite get there, but that is going to do it. I do hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. Makes it nice and easy to find everything, because then you subscribe to the channel and you can just click on the channel and find all the videos on the channel. If you'd like to know when I go live, hit that bell icon. It is somewhat random. It might actually be getting somewhat more regular now that I have something to work my streaming around. Like, I have regular work and I'm going to have to stream around that. But there is still, I don't know when on my days off I'm going to stream. So that notification bell is going to come in real handy if you'd like to catch a live show. Otherwise, guys, I hope you're having a lovely time. Hope you're enjoying this Astroneer series. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thanks again. See ya.